week. I had a massive technical issue just now, but I fixed it, and we're back. So guess what? Aristotle Full Throttle here, 5 days a week. We're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about Denis Villeneuve today. Denis Villeneuve is a filmmaker, visionary guy. He's going to make the movie Dune, and it's going to come out next year, and it's going to have lots of people in it, especially Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet is like the newest awkwardly weird-looking dude. Are we back? Welcome back, everybody. Aristotle Full Throttle. Hey, Kelsey. I had a massive technical meltdown, I thought, but it was all just smoke and mirrors. I was not paying attention to the right things. I thought I pushed the wrong button. I thought the world exploded, but we're here. It's good. Hey, good afternoon, Ange. Welcome. We're going to pretend that false start never happened. Hey, Veronica. Let's just go right into it. Today, bring your coffee. What's up, Will? I should probably do 2 starts every day because a lot of people are joining me, and this is exciting. Will's here, Ange is here. We're all here. We're back. We're back on the air. There was a massive technical thing. I got my wires crossed, and I thought things were going wrong, but apparently they were just going perfectly fine, and I just totally had a meltdown. It was cool. It wasn't a meltdown. It was more of a, I'm going to start this over. It was more of a restart. Jimmy James is back. I'm shot out of a cannon. Yesterday I went to the beach. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I was in the sun. I got a little burn maybe. Got a little bit of sun. You got to get out there. You got to see the sun. It's healthy. I kept my cool though. I said I did have a meltdown just now, but I kept my cool. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna restart this. That's what you got to do. When you're never panic. Jimmy James knows this. You don't panic. You take a step back and you say, okay, let me reassess my situation. Let me get my situational awareness up. Let's figure out what's going on around me. I got a David Bowie shirt on today because David Bowie's the man. Just got home from work. Project headed back to YouTube. Thank you for checking out this Twitch and giving me a technical update, Will. That is good. I appreciate you. I can count on you to let me know how the feed is going. So yeah, today we're going to talk about Dune. Dune is one of my favorite books. It's by Frank Herbert. It's been adapted before. It was actually adapted in a version that was by David Lynch, but David Lynch took his name off of like the 10-hour version. I know we might have talked about this before, but I wanted to bring it up again because Denis Villeneuve is he's a great director, man. He's got so many good movies. He's got Sicario, which I hear is great. I haven't seen it yet, but I did watch recently. I watched Enemy, which was it was a fabulous movie. I don't know if you've seen the movie Enemy. How's the audio sounding on Instagram? It probably sounds much better, right? Because I got this new mic here. So you can hear it. Is this thing on? Hello? I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Tip your waiters. Wear a mask and wash your damn hands. That's what I would be saying if I was in a fictional club. So yeah. Hey everybody. I start out with the news usually. Now today I want to tell you corona cases are at a record high. I don't want to tell you that, but I have to tell you that. So you got to tell everybody else that too. Hey, no pants. Live chat was off before too. Live chat was off. Okay, live chat looks like it's back on. Okay, cool. We're up to speed. Chart. Welcome. How's everybody feeling? How you feeling in this corona situation? How you feeling in this weird climate that we're living in with all this social issues going on? Specifically Black Lives Matter, because, people don't realize, or at least American society has not sort of, they haven't reckoned with that yet. American society, that is. He's just letting you know you're important and loved and worthy, brother. Oh, thank you. You know what, 420 artist, that touches me right here. It touches me right here in the David Bowie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's pretty exhausting, isn't it? It's been a crazy exhausting 4 years, 3.5 years. I'll call you Kat. Hey, Kat. Let's see. Tatiana says, I'm feeling glad that Croatia that you're in Croatia and not back in the good U.S. of A. Yeah. You know, I kind of envy you, Tatiana. You're out there in another country, not dealing with the United States, which is a constant chaos machine. And that's what happens. If you ever find yourself in a situation that's constantly chaotic, like, you know, the American society as it is today, or in a relationship that's constantly chaotic, you got to go, hey, wait a minute. Maybe I should step away and go to Croatia for a while. That's what I would do. But the thing is, when you have a narcissist in chief, that's the type of chaos, that's the type of environment in which they need to thrive. They need chaos, constant chaos. Kat says she just renovated her art studio, so she's painting now. Well, awesome. Congratulations. That's good news. Got to get your creative juices flowing in this time. In a time of chaos and strife and just confusion, some of the best art comes out of that. And it's good to be an artist in this time because you've got a lot to channel. And Denis Villeneuve, Venezuela, Denny, I call him, he's got amazing movies. He's got very artful, very painterly movies. Very picturesque. His cinematography is unparalleled because he often uses Roger Deakins as his cinematographer. I always get that confused because I always think of Richard Dawkins and Roger Taylor, the drummer for Queen. I always get them confused. Isn't it so easy though? Isn't it not hard to confuse the two of them? It seems just so likely that you would be like, are you the world famous cinematographer or do you play drums for Queen in Queens? I don't know. There's a movie called Enemy in which it has Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. There's a couple of Jake Gyllenhaals. I talked about it. Yeah, so your son and your family are here, Tatiana, in the United States. Well, you know, my condolences. 420 artists. I have one thought through this chaos. What do you have? Chaos and division. Yeah, my favorite director is Jan Svankmajer. Wait, Jan Svankmajer. That's not a real director. That sounds like a naughty director. Jan Svankmajer? Is that a real? I think you're joking, Kat. Or maybe I just don't know. Blade Runner 2049, Denis Villeneuve also directed, which is a really fantastic movie. He uses color. He uses character. He uses a lot of depth in his movies. Wonder. His characters are confused often. They don't know where they are. They have burning questions that they need to ask inside them, and then they go out and they try to find out the answers, and we go along with them on that journey. Like in Blade Runner 2049 or Enemy. Enemy had Jake Gyllenhaal's, two of them, because one Jake Gyllenhaal just said, hey, there's a dude who looks just like me, and he's an extra in this movie I just watched, and now I got to go find out who this dude is. One funny thing about the movie Enemy is Jake Gyllenhaal gets obsessed with this background actor that he sees in a movie, and then he looks him up and tries to go find out who he is because this background actor looks exactly like him, Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know why anybody just wasn't like, hey, isn't that Jake Gyllenhaal in the background? There's so many Jake Gyllenhaals around here. Jake Gyllenhaal, then in that movie, goes and hunts himself down. He hunts down this other dude who looks just like him. And it's really confusing and really... But the one thing is that I could not buy was that the guy who played the actor / extra lived in like kind of a decent apartment and had like decent... And I was just like, this dude is definitely not a background actor if he's got that kind of money. Background actors do not get paid that kind of money. This is not believable. Kat says he's a Czech director who does stop motion films. Oh, yeah. He did a movie called Alice where the white rabbit is a taxidermist rabbit. Well, that sounds like fun. It sounds like taxidermy is I don't know how you get into taxidermy. I don't know what it is about taxidermy that is so alluring to some people, but it is a profession that obviously needs to be done. Someone has to do it because some of us can't let go of our dog or our cat or our giraffe, and we want to make sure that they stick around forever in our living room with like dead glass eyes staring at us for eternity. Some people can't let go. I'll tell you. You guys watch any movies yesterday, this week? I had a great day at the beach. Got some sun on me. Get out there in the sun. Wear that mask, though. Wear the mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Wash your hands. It's 3 things. It's like a triangle. It's a trifecta. It's easy. Just do the 3 things and you're good. We can open. We can reopen. We can go back out there. I like surrealism. So Jan Svengoski is what was his name? I'm sorry. I mispronounced that name, and I'm very much a stickler for saying names correctly because, you know, people often remember my name, and then I feel like a jerk if I can't remember. Jan Svankmajer. He's a surrealist animator and director. Hey, what's up, Dooney? Dooney has joined us. We've been waiting here patiently with bated breath for weeks now, Dooney. We haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. I don't know what you've been up to. Maybe you've been at the beach this whole time. But we were like, what is going on with him? We need to know. And so I just sat here silently, waiting for you to arrive. Because we didn't talk about anything. And I swear we didn't talk about you at all. I promise. We weren't talking about you this whole time. Maybe we were. Maybe your ears were itching. You've been steeped in university here on the other side of the world in South Africa. Whoa, that is the other side of the world. That's down under. You're in South Africa. That's pretty cool. I have a friend from South Africa. You're in university, so yeah, you're at the end of the... Wait, it's your winter. You're in like winter right now. That's crazy to me because it's summer outside. My brain can't handle the idea that there are hemispheres and stuff. I can't keep 2 ideas in my mind. I can't keep the idea that in this hemisphere it is summer and then in the southern hemisphere it is winter. It is difficult. I'm being sarcastic, ladies and gentlemen, because I wish to promote and proliferate the concept that many things can exist at once. I was being ironical. I was joking. You will notice that sometimes I will not be serious on the show. Probably all the time I will not be serious, except for when, in those moments, I am serious. Who knows if I'm even telling the truth right now? Or being sincere, I mean. My thought is that all people who are rallying with Black Lives Matter movement and the promoting Black Lives, artists, etc., keep this same energy for years coming because this can't keep happening. I'm with you, Kat. I think that this can't keep happening. And I do really feel like a lot of people are at the end of the rope because guess what? We got one planet. We have one world we're living on. And we're like, we're going to just keep fighting on it. Guys, we all got to live here. Let's figure it out. You hate this person. They hate these purple because they're purple. These people hate those purple. Get over it. We have to live on the same damn planet. I don't know where people are going to go to avoid the people that they hate for no reason whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense. So let's figure this crap out and get over it all. I think it's fairly straightforward. And I'm with you, Kat. I think if we're not doing that, we're not doing the right thing. And what did Spike Lee tell us to do in 1988 or 89, around there? He told us to do the right thing in a movie called Do the Right Thing with John Leguizamo. So, yeah, duty is in winter. The season is when the university hits its peak. Oof. So you're out there Dooney's doing his like final exams, I guess, or your midterms. I don't know. The right thing. That's right, Colleen. Did I say it right? Colleen? I think I did. Let's just say I did. I'm kidding. Yes, Let's make the change now, not because we're bored from being stuck in quarantine. Yeah, Kat, that's the one thing I'm worried about. I think a lot of people are stuck at home going, you know what? I got nothing else to do. We've got no school shootings because there's no school. Let's go take care of the racism issue. Let's finish that off. Let's fix that. You know, it's literally like when your house has like all of these little things you need to fix up. Not that racism is a little thing. Racism is literally a structural issue in your house. The foundation of your house. You have to replace the foundation of your house at some point. This is exactly the analogy, guys. You have to replace the damn foundation of your house at some point, and you know that. And then one day you just fall through the floorboards. And you're like, well, today's the day. We got to fix the damn... We've got a coronavirus outside, and my house needs its foundation replaced, so I guess I'm going to spend this time working on that. Hopefully, you don't get halfway through the project like a lot of people and not do the whole thing. Remember the Money Pit? That's a fun one. The Money Pit with Tom Hanks, the most likable human being on the face of the planet besides Keanu Reeves. Tom Hanks. He was in the movie called The Money Pit, and like, I don't know, 500 years ago when he was not even born yet. It was weird. He's in that movie, and he's got to fix up this house, and it's really funny because he just keeps falling through the floorboards, and everything they tried to fix with Shelley Long, I think, is in that movie too. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Will. Tatiana watched Eric Andre's Bad Trip today. Ooh, Eric Andre. Artemis Fowl. Eric Andre. Oh, I will get to that. Eric Andre is also... He's like my cousin from another cousin. He's also a bass-playing dude with a fro who is much funnier than I. Because he is willing to throw himself against the wall and watch himself stick. I don't know. Looks like my Facebook feed is frozen. Oh. Hopefully, I'm not going to worry about technical stuff today. We're just going to do it. We're just going to be out there with Baby Yoda, saying hi to everybody. Everybody who pops in gets a hello from Baby Yoda. I want to watch Eric Andre's Bad Trip. I haven't seen it. I love his comedy. I think I'm a big fan. I would never do what he does, but I laugh at his appreciation for the absurd. He's completely an absurdist, this guy. He will jump through his desk for every intro for the Eric Andre show. Each Eric Andre show lasts about 7 minutes, but they film it for about 3 hours. And they condense it down to 7 minutes of pure ad absurdum. I love it. How did you like it, Tatiana? Were you a fan? You put LOL. Hey, anybody get this vibe? If you see the letters LOL, do you ever think like that looks like a tiny TIE fighter? Because every time I see LOL, I'm like, are you trying to shoot me down or laugh? Every time I see LOL, I'm like, is this an Imperial ship that you're sending at me? Or is this an innocuous acknowledgement through internet slang that you are laughing on the inside? How many of you say LOL if you actually LOL? Or do you do like haha? This is a really pertinent question. When you are doing internet slang, if you type LOL, did you really laugh out loud? I want to know that. I want to know if you're really laughing out loud. Don't type LOL if you're not LOLing. If you're not lolling, I don't want no lol. Ange is lolling right now. I see that. That's good. Our work here is just starting. Imagine there were like actual text police coming to your house. We didn't hear an audible laugh, but we saw that you typed LOL. Imagine you were on Senate trial in front of the Senate. They were asking you questions in a hearing. Dr. Falchi, did you actually lol when you typed lol? That's an excellent question, Senator. When I typed lol 2 months ago at the beginning of this crisis, I was not lolling. I was being sarcastic. I was giving you a little slap on the face. I was giving you a Falchi ouchie on your face. I'm Dr. Falchi. Put your damn mask on. Okay? Stay 6 feet away. Good golly. What the hell is wrong with you people? I can't wait for Falchi to melt down. Imagine that. I can't believe it. These idiots, I told them over and over again, just stand 6 feet away. What the hell's wrong with that? Put your arm out. Tell them to put their arm out. That's how far away you should be. I'm a man of not great stature, but I'm telling you, my arm is long enough to keep you the heck away from my face. Dr. Falchi. The great Dr. Falchi, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's Baby Yoda Falchi. What the hell is wrong with you people? Why can't you just wear a mask? People are dying. Well, Dr. Falchi, this is America, and people think that it infringes on their rights. It's decency. It's just normal decency. Just be nice, okay? I can't go around healing everybody, baby. Baby Falchi Yoda can't heal everybody. I'm just a baby. I've got friggin' 2 hands, that's it. Oh, well, you're very cute, though. And that goes a long way. It goes on. Put my glasses on him. Oh, yeah, Dr. Falchi. There we go. I'm Baby Yoda Falchi. And Senator, the way you asked that question makes me want to slap you in the face. It sounds like you don't know what the heck you're talking about. You're trying to politicize everything. And this isn't a political issue. It's a tissue issue. If you get sick, you're going to need a lot of tissues. And I'm going to have to slap you in the face if you're not wearing your mask. Just to remind you that if I slapped you in the face and you were wearing a mask, it wouldn't hurt as much. I just gave you a Falchi ouchie. I think he would be phenomenal. I think he would be a great example. I think he would be a... Listen, Saturday Night Live, I hope you're watching. Yes, the child. This is the child. Officially, the name of the child, Ange points out that this is the official name. We don't know what Baby Yoda is. We just know that it's Baby Yoda, and we're gonna call him Baby Yoda forever. I don't care if they ever give him a name, but we're gonna call him Baby Yoda. I'm gonna call him Dr. Baby Yoda Falchi. Falchi gonna give you a Falchi ouchie if you don't listen up. I like that we live in a time right now about the Mandalorian where this baby, like, we just gonna call him Baby Yoda, and we're gonna call him Baby Yoda for as long as we know that he's this, until we know his name. But then once we learn his name, his actual name, like say it's like Yodi, Lodi, like Lodi, California. If we find out his name, he is a green hairless gizmo, as Cap points out. If we do find out his name, then we're gonna start calling him by that name, I think, and then we're gonna lose this precious time, this little interim space where we were calling him Baby Yoda. Oh, you gotta screenshot Dr. Baby Falchi Yoda. I don't know what the heck's going on with some of these people today trying to politicize a toxic airborne event. An airborne toxic event, as it were. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? He is definitely... Look at this. This is like... They were like, let's take a page out of Gremlins. Let's mix Gizmo with Stripe and call him Baby Yoda. I do like this era, though. We're going to call him Baby Yoda forever. I know we're supposed to talk about Dune, but I cannot help but talk about what's going on in this world right now. AMC, oh yeah. Kaleem brings up the AMC CEO. He's like, I'm not going to politicize this, so no one will be required to wear a mask. It's like, wait, decency and respect for your fellow humankind is not a political thing. And if it is a political thing, if you're on the side of the political side of where you're like, I don't want to have decency and respect for my fellow human. Well, then, I guess that's your right, but it makes you a dickhead. Sorry. Wow. So many things. Yo, Ari, it's David. David is here. David's watching. My friend David is watching. I just saw this. I hope, David, you're still watching, because Baby Yoda says hello. Craig is watching. Tony Lynn is watching. All of my friends on all the platforms are watching. I'm watching on several different platforms right now because I'm streaming on several different platforms because, technology allows that. And why even have all these different platforms? It all should just be one network, and it should be called Fox News. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right? I'm wrong. It's okay. You could be wrong, too. Am I right, Dr. Falchi?
Listen up, everybody. The way that we need to approach this is by using our head, and that's it. We don't use politics. We use a freaking mask, a face covering. Look at this. It's not hard. I'm gonna take a sticker and put it over my face. I'm wearing someone else's face as my face. Is that not perfect?
I don't suggest you go out there and murder someone and put their face on your face like Hannibal Lecter. But, face covering is up to your discretion. That is, that's what Dr. Falchi says. The architect of the Matrix. Ooh. We should do... am I the architect of the Matrix? I don't know if I have a pen that clicks good enough. Remember the architect for the Matrix? Let's do this. Yeah. It's Dr. Falchi meets Baby Yoda meets the architect of the Matrix right now, everybody.
Listen, we've had pandemics before. I've handled them. There have been several pandemics before. This is nothing new. You're showing up here, Mr. Trump, and you think you're special. You think you're beyond. You're above this pandemic, but this pandemic has accounted for idiots like you. This is the 6th iteration of this pandemic.
See, you guys catch what I'm saying?
And I've designed this whole thing. But here's the secret. Here's the trick, Neo. The only way to survive this is by wearing a freaking mask and staying 6 feet away from me. All right? Wash your damn hands, okay? Good golly, what's wrong with you people?
I like Dr. Falchi. He reminds me of my mom. I'd just say that. Face mask off. Okay, here we do. Dr. Falchi and face off.
Look at this guy over here. I want to take his face off. All right? I want to take his face off because he's not wearing a face mask. And if you don't wear a face mask, I want to take your face off. Something wrong with you.
Baby Yoda, you're a hit today. You're an absolute hit. Hey, Eva. We're talking about Dune at some point. Craig is here. Good golly. Yeah. Janine, friend of mine from back in the day. We used to play Atari. We would play Pac-Man for hours. It's fun. You ever play Pac-Man? It's a fun game. I mean, I'm just recommending Pac-Man. It's a fun game. But we pretty much solved all of the problems of the universe by playing Pac-Man and talking about, the world would be much better if this happened. And we solved it all. We didn't have to tell anybody. Now I'm revealing all of the secrets today on today's episode. Unless I take a nap. I might take a nap instead. David, you got to get your own Facebook, man. Sometimes I look over and it says Tony Lynn, and it's a picture of Tony Lynn, and it says, yo, Ari, it's David. How am I supposed to know that, David? You look like Tony Lynn in that picture. Atari Superman was almost as bad as Superman versus Batman. Atari Superman, oh my gosh, you're bringing up some deep cuts there. There's an old game called Atari Superman, and it wasn't as bad as Atari E.T., because Atari E.T. is the worst video game ever. It's so bad they made a documentary about that video game, and there was a legend, and you'll have to watch the movie to see whether or not the legend was true, that Atari got rid of the rest of the copies, or someone bought up all of the copies of the E.T. video game and buried them in the desert. This might be true. It might not be true. There's no way of knowing unless you watch the documentary, which I did. There's also another documentary on video games called The King of Kongs, or The King of Kong, and that's a fun one. I would highly recommend that one. I'm getting close to the bottom of my coffee, and we barely scratched the surface of Dune and the Sandworms. You used to have that game. You used to have the E.T. game. Why would you do that? You should have it on your shelf, I guess. Keep it there. Dooney. Today, do not follow me, I'm serious. I don't want to say do not follow me, I'm serious as a statement. I'm just reading this guy's screen name. Do not follow me, I'm serious. Today is the day that's like your namesake day, because we're talking about Dune. Listen, Colleen, you were 5 when you had the E.T. video game, but that's no excuse. Even at 5, you could tell that you were like, this game is whack. E.T. just keeps going around in circles. I don't even understand what I'm supposed to do. I remember how magical and beautiful the movie E.T. is. Actually, me and my friend David went and saw E.T. just a couple years ago at the ArcLight, and we were like, was it at the ArcLight? I don't remember. But we were like, this is a fantastic, phenomenally awesome movie. It is made of magic. And then the arcade game comes out, the Atari games comes out, and you're like, wait a second, this game has no magic whatsoever. In fact, I feel dumber for having played it. There's nothing interesting about this game. It's bad. You watch the movie E.T. and you see Elliot flying through the air magically with the Force, and E.T. and his friends, and they're getting away from the cops because, defund the police. And you play the game, the Atari game, and you're like, where is the magic, Atari? Did you just make a bunch of pixels move around on a screen and then call this game E.T. and then try to sell it to us? You did, didn't you, Atari? I'm mad at Atari. Even though my name is in that. What year was E.T. again? 1982, Veronica. Thank you for asking. Thanks for playing. We're going to send you home with a key lime pie. Bill and Ted on the NES was worse. Bill and Ted, wait. You're trying to tell me that Bill and Ted, the video game, was worse than the E.T. video game? Because I cannot verify that. I can't tell whether or not that's true. There's no way for me to know that. Yes, Veronica, you were not born yet. It took you a couple more years to come around to learn that E.T. was a good movie on account of the fact that you were not alive yet to see it. So much coffee today, people. I had a great day yesterday. I got energized. I got rejuvenated. I went out. I was wearing a mask on account of the fact that Dr. Falchi...
Hello, everybody. I'm here again to remind you. Because, basically, if you don't do this, you're pretty much a moron and you're helping kill old people. Well, anyway, I'll see you later. I'm the child from The Mandalorian. You'll see me on the next season. I might go around healing some people like Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers, remember he cut his arm? I healed it. Anyway, I'm baby Dr. Falchi. I heal things. I've been on top of pandemics since like the 1980s, okay? I know what I'm talking about.
He's a smart guy. I would like for Carl Weathers to come in and take care of some business. Carl Weathers should be sitting next to Falchi, ready to give someone a Falchi ouchie whenever they try to question his authority. This is Carl Weathers. If you don't listen to Dr. Falchi, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. And that's the Carl Weathers report. Imagine I got Carl Weathers to actually be on this show. I bet you I could. How fun would that be? Should I try dialing him up? Maybe on Skype. Maybe I'll call him up on Skype. I'll just type in Carl Weathers and see if he shows up on my Skype contacts. I'm just trying to get to Carl Weathers. I need to know what's going on with him. He should have his own series. He's a very fun guy. Lots of people on Facebook liking the show here. Hey, Shy, hello, 50/50. LMFAO, you're cackling. See, yeah, LMFAO. It goes straight from haha or LOL. It goes straight from haha. We're talking about internet slang here to LMFAO. I'm deeply offended when people say lol instead of haha. That's funny. Yeah, lol is a cop-out, right? Am I right, Shy? Lol is a total cop-out. People are like, lol. I get it. But you know when someone thinks something's really funny when it's ha 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 ha. That's when something's really funny. Ha ha is just, I acknowledge your joke. LOL is like, that joke is pretty funny. LMFAO is like, oh, I'm actually cracking up. So much fun here on Aristotle Full Throttle. I have not played Clash of Clans. Do not follow me, I'm serious. I have not played Clash of Clans. I have seen all of the Lord of the Rings and all of the Hobbit movies. So I hope that counts for something. Do I roll on the floor laughing? You know, there ain't been one person in the history of the world that has actually literally rolled on the floor laughing from a text. So we got rid of ROFL years ago because I cannot put my suspension of disbelief at that level. I think I had a story to tell today. A little bedtime story for you, if you will. If you're in Croatia or on that side of the world, or if you're in South Africa. South Africa, what time is it there? Hey Siri, wait, I don't want to say that because it's going to stop my live feed. Ha is sarcastic. That's pretty good. Also K, just the letter K. If you say something to somebody and they say, okay, they've acknowledged you. If they just write K, that's a little snippy. Just don't give me just one letter. You can't write okay. You can't put the O in front of that K. Something's going on. I could tell. What are we talking about? Greg Benson wants to know what we're talking about. Well, isn't that special? Greg Benson wants to know what we're talking about. Hi, Greg. We're talking about Dune today. But right now, we're just going on a rant. We got little baby Yoda with us today. Actually, it's baby Yoda Falchi.
Hello, this is Dr. Baby Yoda Falchi, and I'm here to remind you to put a mask on. And if your name is Greg Benson, I'd like to say hello to you, and I'd also like to slap you across the face, give you a Falchi ouchie.
That wasn't me talking. That was... I kid. Greg is a very funny guy. Very nice man. Very funny guy. I miss you, Greg. We were just talking about hanging out right before this pandemic hit. Do you remember that? and now we're hanging out. So look, it's all worked out. So my sister and my mom are watching. Dave's watching. Greg's watching. Tony Lynn. We got Craig here. Why aren't you? Just call in. I'm going to give everybody my Skype and we're going to hang out. We're going to Zoom and we're going to have a chat. And we're going to do impressions of Carl Weathers and Dr. Falchi because those are the top impressions right now. If you are doing impressions, you're doing Carl Weathers. Listen, Rock. You can't go 15 rounds with me. I'm Action Jackson. Dylan, you son of a... Okay. So today we're talking about Dune. You guys remember the 1984 Dune? It was directed by David Lynch. David Lynch took his name off of one of the adaptations or one of the recuts of Dune because he was like, you guys have butchered my movie, which was already sort of hard to adapt. This book is so complex, or it's just written in such a way that it's hard to adapt. If you start to read the book and you start to see all of the different terminology they start sprinkling in, you have to learn how to speak in the way that Frank Herbert is writing after a while. There's literally a glossary in the back of the book because every sentence has a word that you don't understand, and then you got to go in the back and just say, Muad'Dib, what the heck is this? It's a desert rat? Okay, fine. Now I know what that means. You learn a new language when you read the book code and figure it out. Shy over here, David Bowie shirt on. That is not Sting. Sting was in Dune. You guys remember? He's got the knife, and he's all stinging. He's trying to sting Muad'Dib. The reason why I like Dune so much, fundamentally, is partly because I'm a musician, and the idea that a word, it can kill. Really what I want is an electric bass guitar that has a note on it that could just blow up, like just shoot explosions. I want to be the dude in Mad Max who's on the front of that car who's shooting flames out of his bass guitar. His bass guitar fashioned from a bedpan. If you look closely, that's a bedpan he's playing. But it's a functional bass guitar. So what I want is a flame-throwing bass guitar. I hope that you guys could gather that from my from my description of why I like Dune so much. You know, it's the little things. It's the very, very specific things that you can get from Dune. And mine is a flame-throwing stringed instrument. The YouTube is glitchy. Oh, no. I have to thank you guys for the constant updates with what's going on the YouTubes. I miss my friends. I'm saying I miss you guys. Greg, David, Tony Lynn, Craig and Greg. Miss you both. I miss everyone with similar sounding names and dissimilar sounding names. And I miss all of the Chris's in my life. I have about 37 Chris's in my phone. I miss them all. Only one of which is my brother. Just catching up on some of these. Would I rather live in Dune universe or the Mad Max universe? Ooh. Imagine they combined. That would be really cool if they were the same universe. Maybe Dune is just like 4 million years in the future of the Mad Max. Because it's like 1 million years in the future. They don't even try to jump. Like Blade Runner jumped to 2019 or something like that. From 1982, Blade Runner was like, imagine the world in 2019, there's going to be flying cars and Pan Am is still going to be a thing. It's not. Dune was like, we're going to go 100 years. No, we're not even going to go 100. We're going to go 1 million years in the future. I think it's some ridiculous number of years to the point where people have evolved. If you eat too much spice melange, you can fold space and travel through it. And I don't know. Sounds like Frank Herbert was eating some mushrooms melange, if you know what I mean. He was putting some spice melange on his mushroom salad. It's pretty neat. The movies, there's like 3 versions of the 1984 Dune David Lynch directed. David Lynch was supposed to direct Return of the Jedi, but they said no. Well, he said no. He's like, I want to do something that's way more complicated. I don't want to deal with Ewoks. And no matter what anybody says about an Ewok, I ain't ever had no quarrel with no Ewok. I like all the Ewoks. I'm fine with an Ewok. People get mad. I talked to people who saw the Star Wars when they sequentially came out in the original order. I talked to friends who are a little bit, they remember when the Star Wars came out. They saw the original Star Wars movie. They loved it. They saw The Empire Strikes Back. Their mind was blown off the top of their head. Then they went to see Return of the Jedi, and they were like, They all start to sound like Carl Weathers. What the heck is going on with these little fuzzy wuzzy monsters? What are we doing here? What is Mandalorian Boba Fett just dies in a Sarlacc pit? What is this? You know, Carl Weathers got really angry at Return of the Jedi is what I said. I'm saying. And David Lynch didn't want to direct that movie, so he went on to direct another science fiction movie called, because he had done The Elephant Man, I think, before that, and also Eraserhead. Very good but weird movies. And could you imagine a David Lynch movie? A David Lynch Return of the Jedi with Falchi Ouchie.
Your sister, she is. Your sister, she is. Listen, Luke, all right? Your sister, she's the princess. Your father is also Darth Vader. Listen, these are spoilers. I don't want to mess up your life, Luke. I know you're already trying to grapple with the fact that your father is an evil, menacing monster who works for an evil empire. I'm sorry. But I gotta tell you something, your sister, she's also part of this whole thing. It's an entire galaxy full of people and things and aliens and monsters, and it's an entire galaxy. Yet somehow the three of you are all related. I don't get it either. Would you like to cut these up like regular chickens? Do I cut these up like regular chickens?
That last part is a Dune reference. Not a Dune reference, an Eraserhead reference. I'm sorry. Eraserhead. David Lynch would have just messed up Return of the Jedi, is the point I'm trying to make. I'm glad he went on to make weird movies, because Return of the Jedi is just a fun adventure with fuzzy creatures that you just want to give a hug to. And then 30 years later, they added blinks. Greg knows what I'm talking about. Remember the blinks? What is happening? I just opened this. I know. There's no way of knowing what's going on ever. This is all caffeine-fueled nonsense. What we're doing here on Aristotle Full Throttle, in our final moments, before I explode myself with an electric bass guitar, what we like to do here on Aristotle Full Throttle is promote fandom. Also, the idea of imagining yourself in someone else's shoes and using critical thinking, because these things will help society as a whole. Also, wear your damn mask. Wash your damn hands. Every day is the same in the Upside Down. Yeah, we are in the Upside Down right now. Before I explode myself in these last 5 minutes, I'm going to use an electric bass. I like to say I play the electric bass guitar when people ask, what did you play in your band? I say, the electric bass guitar, because it makes it sound official. It's very specific. And it also sounds a lot fancier. I use a lot of effects and stuff, so I'll just say that. But it's funny, because when you say you play the electric bass guitar, people are just like, what is that? The bass. That's what it is. Oh yeah, I gotta sell hoodies, right? I gotta do some of this stuff. Oh, we need a Return of the Jedi Wookiee cut. Will brings up the fact that in Return of the Jedi, it was supposed to be all Wookiees, not Ewoks. So they sort of moved around the phonemes in the word Ewok or Wookiee and turned it into Ewok, because they were like, we can't afford all this fur. We can't kill all of these yaks. You need a lot of yak fur to make a Wookiee. Or they couldn't afford a trip to Kashyyyk to get all of the Wookiees on board to film this movie. They should have, and they would have. The Wookiee cut. Could you imagine it was all Wookiees? I'm going to mention this one thing in the last few minutes on Instagram. Then I'm going to go, because I think I'm winding down. Because the caffeine is going to make me want to go to sleep now. I think it's funny that people got so mad at Return of the Jedi, because they're like, what are all these Ewoks going to do? These Ewoks are going to defeat the Empire? Are you joking me? Are you kidding me? I can't stand it. That's one of the gripes that people have with the Ewoks, that they could not believe that the Ewoks could conquer an Empire or Stormtroopers. First of all, we have seen that Stormtroopers suck at shooting. They're not good at that. Second of all, they were losing. Watch Return of the Jedi again. The Ewoks were losing. They were getting their furry asses handed to them by the Empire. But guess what happened? Our rebels, our heroes, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca hijacked an AT-ST and took on the Empire and started blasting them. They would have lost were it not for our heroes. Were it not for our heroes swooping in and saving them, because the Ewoks almost ate all of our heroes and halfway through the movie. That would have been funny. That would have been the end of the movie. You just have C-3PO become king of all the Ewoks, and the Ewoks just chewing on Han Solo's leg. The end. That would have been perfect. I would have loved that ending. That would have been David Lynch's version. That David Lynch just kills off all the heroes, and the Ewoks feast on their blood while they worship a chrome C-3PO who represents capitalism. Freaking Ewoks. I'll tell you. Ewoks, I'll have... I don't know, I like an Ewok. I'm a fan of all the Ewoks. David, actually, my friend David, who was watching before, he actually gave me an Ewok hoodie. And I might put that on for the last 2 minutes here. I'm going to do it. I'll be right back. All right. We're going to talk about Ewoks. Now, this is some serious business here, okay? I think what's going on with the world is very serious, and we need to take it seriously. We need to look at each other and appreciate each other as people and understand what it's like to be one another. We have to be our brother's keeper in this time. I'm sorry, are you distracted? Is there something on my face?
What the hell's going on here? This seems like a crazy free-for-all. What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Dr. Falchi, Yoda. It's just me and you now. It's just the two of us. Look, it's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, except in the galaxy far, far away. Mr. Dr. Falchi, are you saying I should wear a mask like this?
Yeah, you dumb idiot. Why didn't you put it over your nose, too?
Oh, Dr. Falchi, you mean like this?
Yeah, that's how you wear a mask, you stupid moron.
Oh. Well, thank you, Dr. Falchi, for being so kind and letting us know what we need to do to take care of each other.
Yeah, you better listen to me more, or I'm going to slap you across the face and give you Falchi ouchie. What are you doing?
Oh. Sorry, guys. There you go. This is perfectly normal for me. This is a Thursday. This is what we do Thursdays. But yeah, my friend David gave me this for my birthday. I think it's pretty good. I think it's something I should wear in public. This should be my mask. This should be my face covering. What do you think? Let's have a vote. This is an impromptu vote. This is not a scientific poll. We're not taking... The data I'm collecting right now is just going to be anecdotal. But what do you guys think? You think I should wear this? Do you guys think I should wear this as my mask when I go out? Because I think it's super cute. And it's only about 90 degrees here in LA, so it should be fine. You know, I think it's really funny that my friend David gave me this mask, because there's no time I would ever wear it in LA because it's so warm, but I think I've found a time that I should wear it, which is now. You guys are great. You're phenomenal. I appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to Dune. I hope you're looking forward to Dune. Dune, it's a world of wonder. It's just, again, it's another giant galaxy-sized universe, the Dune universe. You've got the Harkonnens, you've got the Atreides, there's houses, there's families, there's people who don't like each other, and it's all just about people and getting along and trying to relate. And these are people who are living on different planets. Imagine what it's like for all of us living on the same planet. It's an allegory, ladies and gentlemen. We need to live on the same planet and abide by the Force, like Will says. We need to all work together, live together on this planet. If you hate in a group of people, guess what? You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time. Start to just join hands. There's a song. It's called Kumbaya. It's 2 chords. Learn it on the ukulele. Sing it around a campfire. All right? It'll make you feel better. It'll make everyone feel better. We have to live together. Am I right?
Yeah, listen to this idiot. He knows what he's talking about.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Falchi. Falchi is about this size anyway. Am I right? I'm not making height jokes. I'm just making an observation. If he was 10 feet tall like I'm 10 feet tall, I would be like, Falchi looks like this. But Falchi, he's got a big heart and a big brain. We should probably listen to both of them. Band of gypsies. I think we should all realize that we do need to live on this one planet together. And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You're wasting your time, your energy. If you think that, I don't know. Where's anybody gonna go? Where are you gonna go? As soon as everybody, let's divide up the world the way that you want it. If you hate people, let's divide up the world that way. Then what? You're gonna be bored. I don't know. I couldn't imagine a world that's all divided up. How would we get a Star Wars? How would we get all of the beautiful variety that we get these days? We wouldn't. Thank you for joining me on Aristotle Full Throttle today. I think we had a wonderful time. Am I right?
No.
Okay. Dr. Falchi, stop staring at me like that. You're making me nervous. I think that I had a wonderful time. At the very least, I had coffee. At the very most, you lolled or ROFL'd. I hope you LMFAO'd, because if you didn't LMFAO or ROFL, I am gonna SMDH. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. I think you do. Sly and Family Stone. We gotta dance, live, harmonize together. Let's us all harmonize together. I'll sing the root. Do. I can't. I'm quavering. Do. Re. Mi. Do it. Sing. Not literally, guys. You know what I'm talking about. We don't all have to sing like a barbershop quartet. That would be ridiculous. But if we do, I'm singing bass. All right, guys. Thank you so much on YouTube. Thank you so much on Twitch. Thank you so much on Instagram and Facebook. You all are lovely and fantastic. Together we can destroy the empire. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.